Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Shabs, and welcome to an episode of the Ultimate Futcast. Yes, you heard that right. We are calling this series now the Ultimate Futcast, because really, it's not a grind for Hullet. It's a grind to greatness towards achieving all you can in FIFA 17 Ultimate Team. So we're going to call it the Ultimate Futcast because, you know, podcast style, FIFA videos, FIFA Ultimate Team, short name, FUT, acronym, as you say, FUT. So Futcast is relevant, and it was a beautiful comment by one of my subscribers, so shout out to you. And we're going to call it the Ultimate Futcast. And on the thumbnail, boys, don't worry, I'm getting one done right now. My boy N Designs is getting it done, so don't worry about that. It's going to come out very soon. But let's get into this episode, guys. First off, as you can see, we're starting off the Sbc Petit, the legendary CDM, the Frenchman. So you get it for 20 games, you know, similar to the one that we had for Del Piero. And obviously, this one is not as good as Del Piero, but it's definitely one worthy doing because, you know, he's a box-to-box midfielder. He's big, high work rates. He's got great defending, physical stats. And you know, he's got the ultimate FIFA hack. He's got long hair, boys. Long hair equals OP. You know that already with the road rage killer, Renato Sanchez. But anyways, this SBC was fairly easy. Pretty much all you needed is a couple of players from different leagues and different specific clubs. And then besides that, boys, French players. And just hybriding it out to get the chemistry up there and the rating, which is, I believe, 80 overall rating. So guys, obviously you can copy the squad. It's a little bit faster because I want to speed it up to not make this video, you know, 40-minute long video. So apologize for that, but obviously pause it whenever you'd like to make sure you can copy the exact players if you'd like. As for loyalty, because chemistry always has an addition to loyalty. As for loyalty, boys, for this one, I'm not really sure if you need loyalty or not. All I know is most of the players that I did have in the squad had loyalty, so I was fine. If you're not fine, you know, obviously figure out, go on FUThead, figure out what players will work for you, or even FUTbin to try to find the cheapest ones. But as you can see, we're getting on with this SBC. We did not pack anything. As you can see, Goretzka, one of our highest rated players in the packs, which sucks. And as you can see, last pack of the SBC, and we got Stolonikov and Meyer as well. Though we get a lot of players that we can sell on, like Ganso. Antonio might have sold as well, but I'm just, you know what, I'm just going to quick sell. I don't have time for that. And an update on the trade pile, boys, as you just saw. And for this episode, guys, for the first game, we actually switched over to a 3-4-2-1. I got a message from somebody that actually is also a fellow YouTuber who just started too, and he's one of the highest ranked PlayStation 4 players. So shout out to him. He's a very good FIFA player, and better yet, he beat pro player Bruma. If you guys haven't heard of him, you know his PSN is like the numerical Roman numeral numbers 11 and then underscore Bruma underscore 11. He's the top. He was the top player last month in FIFA 17 Ultimate Team FUT Champions. So he is a world-class player, and this fellow YouTuber actually managed to beat him by a final score of 3-2, I believe, which was ridiculous. And he was running the 3-4-2-1, which is very interesting because a pro player who's obviously really good offensively, defensively, you know, running a 3-back in the formation, 3 in the back formation might not be the smartest thing, but he actually did very well and he actually managed to beat him. So shout out to him, very big accomplishment. And I just pretty much copied identical to his squad in terms of custom tactics and the types of players to use based on his suggestions. But as you can see, we started off in the 4-3-2-1 formation, which is what he did, and this allows me to use right backs and left backs on the left mid and right mid positions, and this is very key because they're going to be better at tracking back, better at getting back on the defense, but also guys like Alexandro, guys like Kyle Walker, they are all around fullbacks, so they will be able to track back and also provide on the attack very well. So that's what's the mindset with this formation and heading into it. Obviously, we're going to pause it in the game. But as you can see, we started off with playing Payet at striker because I didn't know what else to do at striker position. Payet center forward, put him up as striker, and then we can use Firmino as a left midfielder, which is very interesting. And I just want to show you guys really quickly what happens in game to when I switch over in game and when I pause the game in the first minute. So as you can see, Firmino plays left mid, Hazard, Sterling, and Payet up top. Then you got Nangolan and Kante as the box-to-box midfielders. But I do make a huge mistake here, boys. You're going to see it in a few seconds here, where I actually don't start N'Golo Kante as the box-to-box midfielder, which I should have done. Obviously, I should have done that because he's probably the perfect player for that bull in a China shop type player, as AirJape said when he made the review on the 3-4-2-1. I actually go ahead and make a noob move, and I put in my man Sbc Petit, the legend, the lone legend that I just acquired. I was like, you know what? He's got the stats, he's got the work rates, he might be really good. He's also bigger than Kante, so that was the kind of mindset I was going with. But obviously, he was not the man for the job because Petit, he's more better suited as the box-to-box guy beside Kante. So if I were to replace Petit for maybe Nangolan, that would work really well. But Kante, obviously, the main man that I shouldn't have removed, but I did. And you're going to see in the gameplay, I was not comfortable at all. And I'm pretty sure I made a sub in the halftime because I was like, man, this is not working one bit. But yeah, you live and you learn, and shit like that happens, but it is what it is. And we're going to move on, guys. Also, today is the Team of the Week day, the new Team of the Week. Let me know what you guys think about it and what kind of players you are expecting to get from your packs, because obviously the weekend league rewards are also released today. So 9 goal line is really good, in my opinion. The second inform 9 goal line, 87 overall. He goes up to something like a 92 overall central midfielder with basic chemistry style in game. So that's ridiculous. You can also play center back and he'll have 86 chemistry, I believe. No, 86 rating, my bad. So that's really good. Then you got the inform Marcos Alonso, who actually looks like a beast. But coming from a guy like me who actually loves playing 3-4-2-1, EA, bro, just put him as a left mid, man. Put him as a left mid. That's all we wanted. That's all FIFA players wanted, was to put Marcos Alonso as a left mid. But you put him as a left wing back, aka left back. So that means 7 cam, you know, I'm pretty sure if you put his inform card 7 cam at left mid, if you're going to start off in the 3-4-2-1 in game, it makes kind of sense because he'll have better stats, but you're missing out on so many upgraded stats with that 7 cam. Anyways, you could also do a 3-4-3-2-1 and put him in game as a left mid. But you know what I'm saying, boys. Even if you don't play him as a 3 in the back formation, I think Marcos Alonso would actually be a very good left back in the game. High work rates. He's so big. He feels like Nemanja Matic on the pitch. I shit you not. I use Marcos Alonso a lot in my 3 in the back formation in FUT Champions. This guy feels identical to Nemanja Matic, but obviously as a left midfielder. Absolute tank. Then you got second inform Lacazette. Boys, what do you think? Second inform Lacazette versus Sbc Lacazette. You know, right now, even though Lacazette has been in packs very few times, and which means he's extremely rare, and this is the highest his price will ever be. Second inform Lacazette is going for about 470,000 coins. I highly recommend you get him over his SBC card if you're thinking about it, especially if you're a knucklehead like I was and you got his SBC card, Lacazette's SBC card, and you got him for about 650 to 700,000 cojones when he was very rare, and when all the silver cards were extinct and price ranged and all that beautiful stuff. I was just like, you know what, perfect player for me, great stats. But Lacazette is so disappointing, man. Let me know, guys, what you guys think about Lacazette. I had his SBC, guys. Obviously, right now I'm showing you guys what I do in game when I switch to the 3-4-2-1. And I just forgot about Payet's false 9 instructions, so that's what I just did before I went back into the game. But as I was saying, boys, that Lacazette card, if you're looking for a striker like Lacazette and you've used his first inform card or his regular card and you love him, obviously give him a shout, give him a try. He will not disappoint you. But if you're a guy like me and you're thinking about it, I wouldn't give him a touch, you know. Lacazette, not for me. Too disappointing, too many mistakes, he just doesn't finish his chances as consistently as I'd like, and he doesn't get as involved as much as I'd like. But he could be one of those players where, you know, he might not be dominating the stat sheet, but he's doing so many other things that are making your team win that you don't even realize. You could be one of those players, and if he is, whatever, deuces to you, brother. I can't use you in the weekend league, you're too inconsistent. But for you guys that want to use him, go ahead. Also, we got third inform Harry Kane. What a card. 88 overall, I believe, or 87 overall. I think he'd be a brilliant central midfielder with those long ranges, with those high work rates, with those passing stats, with that 88 physical. I think he'd be a really good beast as a center mid. Then you got right back, Mikel Antonio. Antonio. Your defending stats are not there, brother. You're not quite there yet. If you're looking for an attacking maybe option as a right back, which is very inconsistent in the weekend league, you want to have someone that can defend and attack. But Mikel Antonio, look at this chip by Aguero though. Woo! Oh my god, Sergio Aguero. I was trying to be a little bit aggressive here with my man De Gea, but obviously wrong choice, wrong time, horrible commitment, and Aguero chips me. And I hardly get chipped in this FIFA, and I hardly chip myself in this FIFA. Just not as effective as I'd like, or maybe I'm just not there skill-wise to do it. But if you guys are the ones that like to chip a lot, let me know how it's working for you and how to do it more effectively. You're going to see here, I actually subbed on Jamie Vardy at left mid, and he surprisingly was very effective there. Great pace, great physical stats. He just never gets tired. But you see 9 goal line, passes it into Hazard. Hazard, beautiful skill move into the left foot. Bang! Bottom right corner, giving us a 2-1 lead in the game. And eventually was the game-winning goal of this episode. So very good start to the game. The 3-4-2-1, you know, as soon as I subbed on Conte, I felt very comfortable. I just don't know what Emmanuel Petit, man, he just wasn't cut for the job. He's more as a box-to-box kind of guy. In terms of winning the ball back, he's not nearly as effective as Conte. So I just don't get the hype around Emmanuel Petit. I always see him in weekend league teams, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? He's so bad in when it comes to finishing. His agility is horrendous. He moves like a turtle. I'm not sure what it is about Petit. Obviously, I'm going to keep him, and I might sub him in the weekend league here and there. but not making that mistake ever again, boys. Holy. But obviously, I decided to switch back to the 4-3-3-5, aka the false 9. Keep myself back to where I'm very comfortable, and put Petit in a place where he is going to succeed, and that is as a box-to-box guy in the false 9. He's probably the most perfect player in that position, and a cheap alternative, which is what I'm using for my weekend league this upcoming weekend, if I can fit him, obviously, is my man of the match, or November, sorry, Matuidi. Matuidi is pretty much Petit on steroids, and he's much better. Worse at finishing, obviously, he's not the greatest finisher in the world. His passing is mediocre, I would say, but all his other stats more than make up for it, and he runs around for the entire game, so I'm not surprised at all why people use him a lot, and I'm not going to be disappointed, I don't think, this weekend league, but I will tell you guys if he is a disappointment. But moving on to the final Team of the Week card that is actually very surprising, and that is a second inform on Arnautovic. He has 2 informs already, but I don't know why EA didn't bust up his pace. 82 pace, boys? Are you serious? He went from what, 80 to 81 to 82? Come on, EA. Give him some love on that pace. But this cut, boys, this is probably the biggest reason why you want to have a goalkeeper that has the special trait of long throw, because look at this. Easy counter attack because of the Hayes throwing. Sterling obviously screws up, but he's a dog on a bone. He steals the ball back, passes it into Walker. Walker to Firmino. Firmino, one-touch ball, give and go with Payet. Bang! Into the bottom left corner by Roberto Firmino. My favorite game. My favorite card in the game, guys. Roberto Firmino. And I actually discovered another thing with Firmino and Payet. So what I originally thought was, let's try Firmino as a central mid because I want to use Del Piero as my false 9 guy. And that was a failure. Failure because Payet is more effective as a central midfielder and Firmino is more effective as a center forward. So I learned my lesson, not going to happen again, but woo! Firmino he wants more. He's thirsty for blood. He wants more goals. He's not going to stop there. 2-0 up. What a banger. What a save though by Lloris. Wow, I didn't expect him to stop that on Hazard, but look at this. One touch volley, beautiful, beautiful touch. So halftime, guys, we are dominating the game once again. I believe my opponent has 0 shots on goal. And at this point, I was thinking about making subs, but I believe I didn't because I was just like, the team is playing too good. Don't want to touch anything and mess anything up. And we head into the next game, guys. As you can see, the next period, half, my bad. And he gets fouled, just abruptly gets fouled there. Firmino does, or was that Payet? Nevertheless, we get the free kick with Payet. He's going to go in. It's going to go in 10 times out of 10, man. Dimitri Payet's free kicks are something else. Bang into the bottom right corner. Bottom left, mind you. Just absolute beast card Payet is. Just the only thing I hate about Payet is his fitness ability. He doesn't last the whole game. But as you can see, my opponent gets a free kick here late in the game. I head it out, but it falls right onto the foot of Danny Rose. And a weak foot banger. Woo! What a banger. What a blast by Rose. Danny Rose. And he's like, yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me? It was kind of one of those games where he had some chances, but I defended it really well. And then he finally gets his goal. But I think maybe he was feeling like I didn't deserve the win. But I feel like I did. He rage quits after he got a foul there late in the game with Koscielny, I believe, and that sent him off. So red card, he's like, you know what, deuces, buddy. And I'm like, cool, we got the win at least, which is all I wanted to do. And yeah, as you can see, I was just a little bit afraid because I know that glitch is going around where in FIFA you can get no loss glitch just by, doing something. I don't know how to do it even myself. But I thought it was only on PS4, but this weekend league I experienced it, and then I was scared it's going to happen this time around. But as you can see, we got the win there, 3-1 over Delta FC, and by the stats of it, it was very even actually. I can't even talk anything. Very even game. 4-0 so far in Division 1, but a special vid coming out tomorrow, boys. Inform Lozano, the Mexican beast. Look at those stats, 81 overall, but he's got 94 pace, 80 shooting. I was just like, man, I gotta try this guy out as a super sub at least, boys, at least. So I'm gonna buy him here. Look at that, 11,000 coins. What a budget buy this guy is. 70 physicality as well, over 80 dribbling as well to top it off, guys. What a beast. The Mexican beast. I'm going to put him onto my super subs, and I think you're going to see an appearance from him in the next game. But more importantly, our next episode is going to be a Mexican kind of hybrid team with my man from Lozano, my red version of Layun, who I have as my card actually got in FUT Champions monthly rewards. And then I'm also going to use the Inform Benfica defender Lisandro Lopez. We're gonna see how those 3 guys go and how that squad plays in a false 9, and we're gonna use other players as well. You're gonna see it tomorrow, guys. Don't even worry about that. But that Inform Lozano card, I am hyped. As you can see in our final game, or second last game of this episode, guys, we come up against Super FC. He's gonna rock a white, blue, and red kit. That looks actually beautiful. And we're gonna rock the classic, El Classic, Leicester City kits. And he's gonna hit us with this squad right here. He's got Dybala and Musa, so sweaty up top. And then he's got Ever Banega, Conte, Sania, he's got Kedera, he's got Parolo, Vanjoni, Miranda, Manolas, and Perrin in net. Perrin is, they say he's the Calcio Butland, and I agree. They both are equally bad. Honestly, Perrin and Butland, they're horrible at long shots. Look at this, guys. Another kind of rush, man. Why would you rush that play with your goalkeeper? Don't do it, boys. We get the ball with Baines. Baines! Oh, off the crossbar by Hazard. Bangs it into the bottom left corner. And gives us the lead in the first half here. And I was on Reddit the other day, actually, and a lot of people were talking about, you know, certain types of content on YouTube. And I was talking to a bunch of people, you know, back and forth about my channel. And thank you so much for the advice that I got and the tips I got in some of the comments. Some of you guys said, you know, upgrade your mic, and I definitely will. I'm trying to upgrade my mic. I have the Blue Snowball right now. Obviously, when I upgrade to the Blue Yeti, probably. But for now, guys, this is what I'm gonna have to work with. You know, I don't have much going on. You know, I don't have much freedom really to upgrade it. Really, it's working fine for me for now. But obviously, in the future, I'll try to upgrade it. And then also a couple of other things that I will take into consideration. So thank you for that. And also, guys, another thing that updated on FIFA, guys, the new update that came out a couple of days ago. So big news for players that are FUT founders 2011, 2010, 2013, 2012, even 2014, even me, bro. Just because I upload YouTube videos, it takes me about 10 minutes to find a game, and I don't know what it is. I go into a game, back out, back out, back out, back out, back out. It's just non-stop. And then when I do go matched up against somebody, it's either an elite player, a top 100 player, or a very solid FUT founder. I don't know. Something like that, but I'm not a big fan of it, but it is what it is. So what this new update did, if you haven't noted already, is it removes your club name, your club badge, and your estimated date in FUT Champions. However, apparently when you go into the second menu where you pick your jerseys, you can see the player's name and badge. So that's not a good look. You know, they took 3 steps forward and 1 step back, I think EA did. So they might want to fix that and get that under control. And once they do that, this should be a pretty nice update, because they also say, you know, because you never know, patches, they're not always 100%, but let's just say that the patches work 100% well. They say that there's going to be no more auto passing / auto shooting, which means when it's laggy, when the connection is not there, when the servers have a little bit of an overload, you're not going to be passing the ball out of nowhere when you're not supposed to. Man, sometimes in the FUT Champions, I have had clear breakaways and one-on-ones with the goalkeeper, and then I just cross it. I cross pass it, and I'm like, bro, I did not do that. And then I just look around. I seriously look around to the EA guys. I'm like, bro, help a man out, help a brother out. But yeah, stuff like that happens. Or sometimes when I have possession of the ball, they auto pass it to somebody else, and it causes a turnover, and then a quick counter attack. But look at Raheem the Dream getting on the score sheet once again. He's been tearing it up this episode, Raheem Sterling. And then a cheeky little header into the corner flag. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, that's a new update. And then the next big one that I think, these are the top 3 in my opinion. The last one is the SBC ratings are now apparently fixed, quote unquote. So apparently the ratings for the squads, when you add a lower rated player, somehow it goes up sometimes. And that's gone. So now you're going to have to do it another way, I guess. I guess people on Reddit are going to figure it out, or anywhere in the FIFA community, they're going to figure out how to do the ratings. So I'm not really surprised there in terms of the update, but I'm also not really worried, because it's not a big deal, you know, it's not a big deal at all. Maybe 1 or 2 SBCs the whole year that I found that effective, and I was like, wow, nice. But yeah, those are the biggest changes in the new FIFA. And the last thing, guys, the new FUT Champions rewards are releasing tonight. What are you guys hoping to get? What did you guys get in the Weekend League? And what are you guys hoping that you pack? As you guys know, my luck has been utter, you know, crap. We have gotten no walkouts since my Ozil walkout, which was about, what, 5, 7, 8 Weekend Leagues ago, or 6 Weekend Leagues ago, which is abysmal, you know, horrible. And since then, my highest rated player has been, oh god, 83 or 84 rated player, like Rui Patricio or maybe Gary Cahill. But yeah, those are the big things coming up. And guys, look out for an Informed Lozano review squad type of video tomorrow, where I'm going to try out his card in a beautiful Mexican League team that's fairly cheap that you guys can probably afford, hopefully anyways. But guys, as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know any tips or comments on how to upgrade the series in the comment section below. Until next time, guys, have a good day. Peace.